Alright, what is up guys, and welcome to World of Warcraft Race War. We're making a tier list based on who would win in a fight. Just no weapons, no magic, just fist fighting to the death. Who is most likely to come out on top against all of other races. So, first let's just get this out of the way real quick. Okay. I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to I'm just joking, relax. Little joke based on one of my more popular videos that I did on World of Warcraft. Anyway, let's get right into this. No jokes. So Blood Elves. I think Blood Elves can come out on top in a fight more than you would think. I originally was like, easy C tier, middle of the road. But they've gone through a lot in their history. If you look up the history of the Blood Elves, like they've been going through it and they're still kicking. You know what I'm saying? I think they'd surprise you. They kind of look like girly boys. You'd probably walk up to one and be like, who's this, like, little pushover? But then, you know, you throw a couple jabs, a straight hook. That doesn't make any sense. You throw straight at him, you throw some hooks, and all of a sudden you're getting hit back, and you're like, whoa, I've hit this guy, he's hit me, but I want to quit, and he's still coming at me, like, with all this ferocity, man. Easy B tier, I think. You'd be surprised. You'd be fighting one of these guys, and you'd be surprised. Dark Iron Dwarves. So these are basically dwarves that ran away and cried for a long time. They're like the soyest version of the dwarves, in my opinion. Where should we put them though? I could still see them beating some ass. Like, they're gonna be small, kind of like with the Blood Elves. Like, you don't underestimate them. But all of a sudden they're wrestling your legs, or they're crawling on top of you and shit, and beating you into a pulp, basically. I think they do fairly well. Oh, you know, right now, I gotta see how this list comes out. I'm gonna put them in C tier with potential to move up. But they're basically just like emo dwarves. They're like, oh no, I'm hiding away in my mountains because I don't like things. It's kind of lame. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that. But Draenei. So Draenei, they've been through it, dude. They have been through it. They're basically like the genocidal race of World of Warcraft. And if you've been through a genocide, dude, you get hardened over time. You know, they're pretty big too. Pretty intimidating. I'd be intimidated to fight one of these guys, especially over a dwarf or a blood elf. I think they're an easy B. Possibly an A. We got our first A tier. They've been through it, man. They're pretty big too. I think it's weird to have a Draenei and Blood Elf in the same tier. Let's move them up to A for now. We'll see how this tier list turns out. We're gonna have them up on A. Now, the normal dwarves, dude, like the OG opening cinematic. Here we go. Start of World of Warcraft. What is this game? All you see is a bear. Zoom out. Dwarf on a mountainside, snowy, with a gun, walking through the mountains. I mean, oh my god, right? These guys are the definition of badass. But where do they go in a fight? They're above them. I think we're going B tier with the dwarf. It's one of those they'd surprise you type of thing. Like, you're gonna come at them like, hey, what's up, shorty? But all of a sudden they're like, just like the Dark Iron Dwarves, they're tackling your legs, they're getting you to the ground, and they're just beating your ass. I think they won in a fight against a Blood Elf, dude. I think so. I got my, like, come on. Blood Elf versus a dwarf. Who do you got your money on to win in a fight? I'm thinking dwarf, dude. I would have my money on it. I would see the Blood Elf sitting there with, like, his hit popped out, you know, like, standing there like, hey, what's up? And then this dwarf is, like, pounding down mugs of beer and is like, dude, let's go. Get me in there. I'm putting my money on the dwarf. 100%. I like that. Gnomes are getting squashed by all races. I mean, let's just go the goblins next. I mean, goblin versus a gnome, dude. I mean, come on. Goblin is whooping your ass, you little pink bearded fool. You're getting your ass whooped by a fucking goblin. And who we winning against? Spoiler: there might be one race that the gnomes beat up. There might be one. That's a spoiler. Goblins, I think goblins, they'd surprise you a little bit. I almost want to put them in D tier. We're going to put them in D tier just for now. We're going to see how this list plays out. But for now, we're doing an easy I don't want to say an easy D tier, but we're gonna put them in D tier. They'd surprise you. They got a lot of heart in them. You know, they're stubborn little fucks. You know, they'd probably play a little dirty. You know, they would fight dirty. I think that's what brings them above the gnome. I think the gnome would have like a little bit of pride. You know what I'm saying? These guys have no pride. They're playing dirty. They're fighting the win. Let's see. Okay. Whew. I hold these guys to a lot of regard. I mean, these guys are big. They're burly. They're ready to go. They got horns. These guys have antlers, to be specific. I think easily they're going in A tier. I think they beat a Draenei in a fight. I think they beat all of these characters that we have listed so far in a fight, and it's like no contest. A Tauren walks into a bar, and these are the Patreons, and they get into a bar fight. You're putting your money on the Tauren. I mean, come on, how are you not gonna? Highborn, whatever. Humans. So, originally when I was thinking about this, I was gonna put them in C tier. I think they're the average. You know, they're gonna beat some of the races. They're gonna lose to some of the races. They're like right there in that middle. But these dudes have been through it, man. I think you'd be surprised. I mean, they're out there fighting orcs. Like, have you ever seen like the size comparison, like the lore-wise size comparison of an orc to a human? Like, would you walk out and go fight these orcs, dude? I personally would shit my pants. The fact that these guys are even battling against orcs and holding their own and winning some battles, and oh my god, like, I think that's an easy beat here. I think the Blood Elves. Were the Blood Elves? I don't know, dude. I'm thinking the humans would beat a Blood Elf's ass. Yeah, I think so, dude. I mean, maybe not. I think they're like right next to each other. Like, this is like the best, most even fight you can have. Maybe like 5 times out of 10, the other's coming on top. You know. I think you'd be surprised with the human, what they can do. All right, pirate boys. Arg. I mean, you got to put them against above a human. Possibly got to put them against or above a dwarf. That's a possibility. I mean, they're big burly bastards. You know that they're what the Valkyrians, but they got some kind of witch spell put on them. And this is like same thing with the humans, right? But they're like the weaker. They're like the runts of the runts. Like, these guys are the runts, but they are the runts of the runts. So I mean, you immediately got to put them above humans. Above a dwarf. It feels bad going against the dwarves, but I mean, they're too big, man. Like, is the dwarf gonna play dirty? Is he gonna go for the nut shot? If the dwarf goes for a nut shot, dude, I'm putting him above the human. But I don't know if they're doing that. I think they got too much pride in them. They're gonna want to take this guy down the hard way. You know what I'm saying? And I might play against their advantage. I want to put the dwarf in front of him. Let's maybe go back to the end. I'm gonna put the no, something about it. No, I can't. I want to, guys. I really do. Can't do it though. Lightforged, Draenei. I mean, it's like the same freaking thing, dude. I'm not. You know what? I'm not even rating you. I've mentioned you. That should be enough. I mentioned you. You were mentioned. You almost made the cut. Magheart orcs, dude. These orcs are basically orcs that said no to drugs. Like, they are not falling for your peer pressure. These guys are S tier. They are the definition of oonga boonga. They are whooping ass 100%. You can break their arm, I guarantee you. They're still coming at you with 110% ferocity. You ain't gonna take these. You gotta knock this guy out. You can't even submit this guy. Like, you're gonna have to knock him out. He's gonna have to be KO'd out cold for him to stop coming after you. Guarantee it. Like I said, I mean, these are just orcs that don't fall to peer pressure, dude. These are strong-willed, all warrior, coming at your face orcs, man. I think it's an easy S tier. I think so. I think they whoop a highborn's ass. I think that's controversial, but I believe it, dude. I believe in the Magheart orcs. I think it's a sketchy fight. I think if you're gonna bet on it, you better look to maybe lose some money. You know, if you're betting on him versus a highborn. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be a little controversial. Magheart, you are S tier. And spoiler alert, I only got one more in S tier. So my mic just shut off, but that's fine. Where are we at? Mecha-gnomes. Yeah, you're getting squashed. Getting squashed like a bug. You'll probably do better than a normal gnome, I guess, because you got all the, you can headbutt them and it's like metal. I'm not spending too much time talking about a mecha-gnome. Alright, Void Elves. The Void Elves. These are pretty much just elves that are weak-willed. They did not say no to drugs. They were originally trolls, right? They were originally night elves, and night elves were originally trolls. We're gonna. I mean, I'm very biased against the blood elves by saying that they didn't say no to drugs, because technically, you know, the whole Sunwell. You know what though? Screw these people. You're going in C tier, and you don't deserve an explanation of why. You could sit there and prove me wrong. Why don't you go out, go do something? Do something about it. Do something. That's right. You'll do nothing. Night elves, dude. All right, night elves. This is a good one. This is better. I want to talk about them more than I want to talk about these little bastards, these blue beings. I'm not putting them in C tier. I might. I don't know. I just have them here for now. Night elves. They were trolls, and you know, unlike the iron dwarves here, they didn't just go run away like little bitches. They ran away for enlightenment. You know, they're like Buddhist monks. I think that gives way more points than just running away like little bitches and crying in your mountain. These guys like ran away and searched for the truth. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that. And you know, they manned up a little bit after that. They stood a little taller. You know, they started saying hey instead of unga boonga ha wah 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 wah. They started speaking right. You know what I'm saying? I think night elves, they're pretty, they're up there, dude. I think they're an easy B tier. A blood elf versus a night elf. That's like the age-old question, you know? I think a night elf whoops a blood elf's ass. I think a night elf whoops a human's ass. Does he whoop a dwarf? I almost think so. I almost think he's top of B tier. I think that they got the strength and agility to get around Pirate Boy. I think they got the strength and agility to outmuscle, no, maybe not outmuscle a dwarf, but maybe like outsmart it and like, you know, play on the outside. You know, work his range. You know, don't let the dwarf close the distance. I think he's top of B. I think night elves are top of B. Easy locked in. Honestly, dude, am I being biased? I play Horde, dude, so I don't even know how I'm being biased. I think they're A tier. I think they're freaking. Are they freaking A tier? Am I crazy? Oh, all right. Let's go B tier. We'll talk about it. We'll talk. High B tier for now. Okay. Just normal old orc. You can't go wrong. With it. I think easy A tier. I think they whoop a Draenei. I don't know if they whoop a highborn. That's a hard one. I don't know yet. We're gonna come back to this. We're gonna analyze this later for reasons that will make sense in a little bit. Okay, pandas. Okay, let's not be like that. I mean, they're like monks basically. You know what I'm saying? But not every panda's a monk, so I can't say, oh, they know kung fu. Like, not every panda's a monk. You know, some of them are mages. Like, mages can't fight. Or what races can pandas, or class can pandas even be? I don't play this race. I hate this race. Why did they add this to the game? It's so cringy. Look at her. She looks like one of them. You know what I'm saying? Let's put pandas in D tier. It's not be like that. I would love to put them in F tier, but I mean, you're whooping a goblin. You're whooping the gnomes. You're not even in contest with the gnomes, so I can't put you in F tier. All right, dude. The trolls. Let's go, baby. Trolls are easily beating your ass. Void elf. Easily. I mean, they said no to the drugs. You can't say no to the drugs, dude. You get peer pressured. You're weak-willed. They're outlasting you in a fight. I know that's going against my logic with the Night Elves, but something about the Void Elves. I feel like they gained from becoming Night Elves, but then they lost by becoming Void Elves. You know what I'm saying? They just lost. There's something in them that got lost. I think they don't got it in them anymore. I think the Trolls would kind of come back and be like, hey, like, we're the superior. Oh, did I forget Tauren? Oh, okay, I forgot Tauren, but yeah, I think Trolls are in a good spot. I think Blood Elves would whoop a Troll's ass. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. They probably deserve to be here. Someone's making me put them. You know, we'll put them on top of C at least. Right, at least top of C. Or bottom of B? We're gonna put my top of C for now. Top of C. I like that. Tauren. The Tauren, dude. We've gotten to this point. I believe in my heart that Tauren are easily the number one. Would beat anybody in a fight. They are the definition of we're brawling and I don't give a fuck. Like, dude, they don't care. They're so big. But at the same time, honestly, dude, now that I think about it, the Tauren have lost to some weak ass races, dude. The Quillbore, they had some issues with them. They got pushed out of their place by centaurs and shit. Dude, now that I fucking think about it a little bit, I'm thinking actually, you know, I just baited so hard there. I might just say Orcs are number one. I wanted to, but before I started this video, I kind of came in knowing that I'm putting Tauren in S tier, probably the best. I don't know about that anymore, man. How are Centaur? Did they get? I gotta almost look this up mid-video. Like, did they get outnumbered? Like, how did they lose? And dude, if you're losing the Quillbore, didn't the Orcs kind of? They don't even got issues with Quillbore. Like, they're like, dude, these are our playthings. Like, we keep them around just to fuck with. You know, like, I don't know. We might have to come back to it. Right now, honestly, I thought he was going number one. I'm gonna keep my Magheart Orc number one S tier. I'm gonna keep him up there. We're gonna see what happens, and we're gonna look at the tier list at the end, and we're gonna see what happens. Undead, dude. All right, we got some fragile ass beings chilling. I would like to put them higher. I think honestly, dude, they're D tier. I don't know if they're, but I love Undead. I think they're badass. But dude, are they winning in a fight? Like, dude, do they even have that fight in them? Undead versus a panda, dude. It's hard for me not to pick a panda, which is crazy. This is insane. This is like the hottest take, maybe. I don't know if I can put them in S tier. I want to put them in A tier, dude. I mean, they're badass, dude. Like, someone talk some sense into me. How can we get them up? Like, how can we move Undead up the tier list? Oh my god. I honestly have no idea. Fuck. I don't want to put them down here. This is terrible. I mean, dude, they're just fragile, though. Maybe because they can't get, like, it's going to take a lot to knock them out, right? Like, they ain't just going to get knocked out. Dude, I'm coping. I'm coping. Oh, no. They're in D tier. Pandas beat Undead. What? I'm sorry. I know someone here is so upset, man. I'm upset. How can you not be upset about this? No. I don't want this. Oh, no. Yeah, dude, I'm sorry, but they're D tier. Pandas beat an Undead. They're just fragile. I mean, dude, you're gonna get punched and your jaw's gonna, like, break off and shit. You're gonna throw a punch and it's just gonna be all bone. There's no meat. You got no meat to your punches, you know? I think it's a sad reality that pandas would whoop an Undead's ass. I think that's a sad... they just barely beat a goblin. And that is sad. I think there's a good gap here. I think Undead... You know, goblin would be like here. Undead's there. That's sad, though. I'm upset about it. But yeah, I mean, that's enough. Alright. Yeah. Anyway, Vulpera. I'm gonna have to say... You guys... Now, realistically, they probably got some bite in them. Fine, I won't be like that. The gnomes are going down. We'll put Vulpera right above the gnome. I don't even know though, man. Are gnomes kind of stout? I don't know a lot about gnomes. I might look it up real quick. Like, are gnomes? They got something in them? Am I coping? I'm gonna cope. I'm gonna cope and say the gnomes got something in them, and these fox people are just furry forgiveness, whatever. All right, moving on. Speaking of furries, the Worgen. I'm not putting them in C tier, although I might. They're just there to sit for a second. I gotta think about this one. The Worgen. I can see the Worgen whooping. I think it's in between. Can a Worgen beat a panda? I think that's the question right now. In a fight, would a Worgen beat a panda's ass? I think so. I think so because I think the Worgen have more agility. I think the pandas got more meat to their punches. They got more oomph. But the Worgen have that agility on their side. I think they can duck and weave. They'll be bobbing and weaving, playing some rope-a-dope. I think they got it in them. I mean, and they can, you know what? They have a weapon that no other... I didn't talk about this with the Tauren. I mean, they do have their horns. I should have brought that up in discussion, but we might be going back to that. But these guys have a weapon that not anyone else on this tier list has, and that is their snout, dude. They're going to be biting. They're playing... We thought the goblins were playing dirty. The Worgen are playing dirty. They're biting you. I think that automatically moves them up the tier list. I think actually the question is it... Will they beat a Dark Iron Dwarf? Would a bite even penetrate the skin of a dwarf? That's a good question. Have we ever seen in lore a Worgen eat a dwarf? There's a reason why there's no Worgen dwarfs. Can their bite penetrate the skin of a normal dwarf? No. Of a soy boy run to the mountains and cry like a little baby? I'm just gonna say yes out of spite. Out of pure bias. A Worgen, look at that. They almost have similar things going on. They got the tusks going down. He's got the tusks going up. I know it's like fangs or whatever, but still. A Worgen versus a troll, dude. You know what? I think it's sad to do this, but I think a Worgen beats a troll in a fight. I think a Worgen I think they... You know what I see in my head? I see them both at like a stalemate. You know, they're doing that thing where like they're holding each other's arms. You know, they're trying to both attack each other, but they like have a grip on both wrists of each other, and all of a sudden the Worgen just goes in for a bite. That's what's in my head right now. I don't know why. Maybe I'm wrong, dude. I might be wrong, but I'm gonna put Worgen top of C. I think, but technically, dude, I think Worgens are going to B tier. What? I think they might. Dude, I think they go right next to humans. No. I think bottom of B. It's either bottom or B, top of C. We're gonna go top of C. I think it's wrong. I think something's wrong. I think they're top of B. God damn it. I think it's like 50-50 against, is a Worgen gonna beat a blood elf and a human? I think it's a 50-50 fight almost. Maybe the humans got an edge. I mean, every human in the world isn't a Worgen, so I mean, obviously they got something going for him, right? Humans win in some capacity, but aren't they using tools and shit? Uh oh. Like if it was just, yep, cuffs to cuffs, dude. I think Worgens are beat. Dude, I think, oh my god, what are we doing, dude? Are we glazing Worgens? I don't even like this race that much. This is crazy. I've never seen them any race go up to the tier list this fast that we've made so far. They're just moving up. I think, okay, we gotta stop at the Pirate Boys. Pirate Boys, I think, are whooping a Worgen's ass, right? I think so. I think this is okay. I almost want to put dwarves in front of them, but no, we're gonna keep Worgens where they are. No. It's I'm gonna do this. We're done with Worgens. You're done moving up. Chill out. Okay, well, we're at the end of our tier list. Zandalari trolls, dude. Where are the Zandalari trolls going? These are like trolls that got something to them. They have a badassery factor. I actually already know what I want to do. I want to move Night Elves up. And I want to put Zandalari Trolls at the top of B tier. I do. They are just, they got it, dude. They have that it factor. They are basically Night Elves that didn't become Night Elves. You know what I'm saying? Like, they are trolls who turned into Night Elves, but they didn't. But they have like the attributes of the Night Elves, basically. That's how I look at them. I might be being crazy with my take there, but I just see them. They got something to them, man. They got some charm. In a fight, dude, you sit a Zandalari troll next to a Kul Tirans, dude. You're picking a Zandalari troll, I think, dude. I mean, dude, you sit him next to a Night Elf, man. I think you're picking a Zandalari troll, but then I think the Night Elf surprises you. I think that's why. I think that's the thing. You know what? Zandalari troll's going A tier. I think, yep, Zandalari troll is going A tier, man. They got something to them. I think they got something to them. Absolutely. Am I being harsh on the trolls sitting in C tier? Am I being harsh? Does a Blood Elf beat a troll? To the degree that their whole tier is separated. I mean, Blood Elf is bottom of B. Troll is top of C. Trolls are in the same tier as a Void Elf. I guess that makes sense. I think that's fine. I think I like this tier list. It's nice and evened out too, you know? Like, we got the average around A, B, C. I don't know. We got... I like the way it looks. This tier list looks nice. It kind of makes sense. Now, I said we were going to go back to a couple things here. One of the things I want to go back to, and this doesn't even make sense, right? This orc beats this, but then the highborn beats, like, that doesn't make sense. But is this how we're going to have it? Is an orc beating out a Tauren? Dude, this is like the age-old question, apparently, that I'm just pretending is the age-old question. Does an orc beat a Tauren? Does a Tauren beat an orc? I don't know. This is like, who are you putting your money on? You see a Tauren walk in to the arena, you see an orc put out. I'm almost wanting to pick an orc, dude. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to picture in my head like a fight going on between a Tauren and an orc. Like, I could see like a Tauren charge in, but then the orc like grabs the bull by the horns, you know. Now they're wrestling each other, and like maybe the Tauren like bucks his head up out of pure raw strength. The orc gets flattened on its back. The Tauren's jumping on him now. The orc's trying to scramble. He's scrambling. Maybe he gets back up to his feet. Now we're close distance. We're throwing hands. Dude, one big meaty punch by a Tauren. But the thing is, like, how much punishment can an orc take? I'm thinking the orc can take some punishment, man. Like, maybe even we're wearing down the big guy. I think the orcs might win at the end, dude. A death match, dude, against a Tauren and an orc. Dude, something in my heart's telling me Tauren's gonna win this fight. Like, as much as I want the orc to win, dude, I'm almost thinking Tauren's winning this fight. I'm almost thinking, like, low key, dude, like, I'm thinking this. I think this might be the way, dude. I think Taurens are just king of the mountain, man. I think I gotta end it like that. There might be something. Someone needs to, like, some lore WoW fanatic needs to start watching my videos and talking some shit and telling me why I'm wrong about this. Tell me in the comments why this orc should be S tier. I'm gonna end the video of me being completely wrong. I hope. I don't care. I love Tauren. They're like my second favorite class, if not my favorite. You know, these are my favorite classes. And I'm not trying to be biased. I mean, come on. You know that these dudes are whooping everyone in a fight, dude. You know this. I ain't being biased. But they do happen to be my favorite classes. God damn, dude. Yeah, someone in the comments needs to explain to me why I'm wrong. And why this orc would win in a fight against every single race. It just seems right. It seems right for an orc to be the best, doesn't it? Like, when it comes to pure hand-to-hand combat, back in, like, fight to the death. Doesn't it seem like the orc should be number one? I'm gonna do this. I think we're gonna end the video here. This is the first ever World of Warcraft race war. Hope you enjoyed my first ever tier list as well. I might be doing more of these. I think it's a fun, cool idea. I like doing these. I used to love watching them, and now I'm taking part. We're here to take part, not take over, or something like that, whatever Conor McGregor says. Alright, peace.